All right, it's an exciting morning because we're just minutes away from BTS joining us live. The band has helped propel K-pop into the stratosphere. And this morning, we're taking a closer look at how and why the music is uniting fans around the globe. And TJ Holmes is back with more on that. Good morning.
How and why? Because the music's awesome. It's peppy. It makes you happy. It's upbeat. It's good stuff. Look, if you're late to the Korean pop party, BTS is just the latest in a long line of Korean pop stars that are these legions of fans that are now fueling this billion-dollar industry. K-pop, it's an undeniable global force of nature. The synchronized dance moves, those flashy outfits, and songs like this.
Flabby and soft. Yeah, I really wish I knew what I was saying before so I could smoothly interject back into it. Do you think you would watch or listen to, like, did you have any of these, like, child groups or even just, like, child singers that you watched when you were a kid? Like your Aaron Carters or your Little Bow Wows, things like that?
What do you mean? Like,
did you listen to them? Were you into them?
They're hits, but no, I wasn't a fan at all.
Cause I'm trying to get context of, like, who would be interested in watching these 10-year-old kids, like, bounce around talking about how many chores they got to do, you know? Like, who are you talking to? Because, like, the kids that are your age that are also 10 years old are watching the 14-year-old girls that they think are attractive. They're not interested. Like we live this life. We're trying to escape real life. You know what I'm saying?
The vicariousness.
Mm-hmm.
Well, just because I didn't watch it doesn't mean obviously they were huge stars. So obviously somebody was listening to them.
I don't know if they're a huge star. I just know they exist.
Well, because you're comparing them to Aaron Carter and then, like, was that one Jesse McCartney?
I'm not comparing Aaron Carter. I'm just making an example. Like, if I name a nobody, obviously it'd be a nobody. You would know who they are. I didn't like Jesse McCartney.
Beautiful Soul was
name another one. Exactly.
Those two were really proto Bieber.
Yeah, definitely. Do you think because these kids they're kids, they're not supposed to be working, and, like, being an idol and, like, being a celebrity is a job. People don't think it's a job and they think they shouldn't feel bad for them, but it's work, okay? Sex work is real work, just like
sex work is celebrity work.
Idol work is real work, okay? But these kids, they're children, so they got less work. Like, they had to put out a law in 2014, which is pretty funny since they've had, like, children and idol camps and groups well before that. But in 2014, we're like, all right, we'll make you work 35 hours. It's like, yeah, 5 hours less than a regular adult human. Well, I guess in America it's 5 hours. I don't know how much they work over there. They probably work a lot more. But yeah, they had to do chores still. They had to do their chore wheel. They compared it to slavery, though, which I thought was a little much. I don't think they're getting whipped if they don't mop anything. That was a little rude. But loophole, good job by the lawyers of the record company. When they're on tour, that rule does not apply anymore. Hour limit out. Like, we can right back to 60. We're binding those feet together. We dancing up a storm. We're playing the hits. I like the ruthlessness of the record company because they're about the money. Third generation is when it, like, got pretty annoying.
Can I say something real quick?
Please.
I was just thinking about how what drove them to pass that law, like
complaining,
but at the same time, like, it's starting to look like a human rights abuse, and that is how they're pitching of why they're making the change. But in reality, it's more of like, listen, we got too many kids who are good at singing and dancing, and they're kind of falling behind in geometry. All right. And at the end of the day, we're an Asian country. We want Asian standards of testing.
We doing Asian things. We for the culture. Math.
We need them to drop the mics and pick up, a calculator.
No, they're the calculators. You seen the Family Guy skit?
What's that one toy?
I don't think that's
abacus.
A toy. I don't think that's a toy.
It's kind of a toy.
It's their toy. It's not our toy.
It's their version of a toy.
But I'm picking up what you're putting down. That's kind of like the thing where you go to the dentist when you're a kid. You kind of push the little thing down the wooden rail. You know what I'm talking about? But no, not third generation. We're still in the second generation. They're
At first, I thought you were talking about the little sliding thing on the scale where it tries to see your weight.
No, I don't get on the scale. No, I don't know about that. Yeah, they're a little behind on the merch game.
Really?
A little bit. Well, I won't say behind, but I guess
'Cause all our shit is made in that part of the world. I get it's mostly China, but there's a lot of stuff made in Korea.
I guess I misspoke. I mean more so like stylistically, because what I read said 2007 they started putting out photo cards of like the entertainers, like of one entertainer in like each CD. People would buy it and they would go fucking crazy for them, and it got them to like kind of like like you get a Happy Meal and they like have like separate different things, like, oh, you want to make the Megazord, you got to buy this Happy Meal 7 times. They do the same thing with CDs, that they get a card of this member, this member, this member, and then you want the set. Things like that.
So what is this card? It's just like a dossier.
It's like a trading card, yeah.
And it's just like it shows,
Like a trading card. It's a picture of them,
and it shows like what food they like, and and like it shows all the girls like size preferences.
Yeah, their bust, their their weights, things like that. They were pretty. Going back to idol school, like they were pretty tough on them. And by tough, I mean exactly how everyone should be in America. Like girls specifically, like they said, you can't weigh more than 101 pounds and be in a group.
1 pound too many.
101 pounds, and they said they'd make them get on the scale as much as 10 times a day.
One for each Dalmatian that we eat.
To make sure that you are in tip-top shape, because they want you looking young, looking fit, looking trim. Because
it sounds like idol school needs to have more departments now, though. It can't just be choreographing and vocal talent. They got to have now like a marketing wing. There's got to be the
Richard Simmons section.
There's got to be
do those Kegels tighter, bitches.
There's got to be one for Purdue. There's got to be some rich asshole who like has to buy his son or daughter into the school by like donating a wing to the school.
Always buying his son or daughter the group to service his boy. We can get into that. There's certain things with that too, but there's I think they said there's 2 girls that they love and they praise the most, and they want everyone to be like them because they're the shining examples. Yu Kwang and Nakao, they said they're considered to be the benchmarks of like total top-notch fitness. 81 and 88 pounds respectively between the two. Or not between the two, but like each.
Talk about some North Korean refugees coming into this goddamn school.
Yeah, so a lot of the attendees that show up to these schools are between 10 and 13 years old, and at that point they divide them from their parents and they get them to sign on the dotted line on the spot. It's like, you want to be in this group?
That is literally the plot of how like a Jedi are taken into like
Jet Li.
Oh no! I'm talking about the that one movie with all the laser swords. Oh. They take the kids away from their parents to train them to be a Jedi at like 5 or 6 years old. But instead of like being a ninja monk with a laser sword, it's just step dancing.
Step up.
Yeah, it's Step Up the School.
They were just battling, like not Stomp the
That's
Yard.
literally High School Musical.
What, Idol School?
Idol School.
It is. But they're 4. Preschool musical. They can't let us out at 11. It's against the law. We have to be here until 11 p.m.
Every basketball game's got to be choreographed. And Zac Efron isn't going to help you.
Zac Efron wasn't helping that team, if we're being honest. He's a freaking 5'4" white guy.
Well, of course, Corbin was doing all the work. Okay,
I don't even know about that, man.
Then.
No, the guy that baked
Putting
creme brulees.
I never saw High School Musical.
Well, there's another black guy, and he liked to bake. And I think he got to fuck
Really?
Ashley Tisdale. I'm just here grilling. He didn't bake. He threw down, okay?
Instead of Bam is a bitch.
No, let's watch out there now. But, yeah. Late second generation, we're getting into the snitch era. We're getting to the era where like seedy stuff was happening the entire time, but it's kind of like the Me Too movement now. Stuff was happening in the 90s and the 2000s, things like that. But then there was just a historical, pivotal moment in time where just one or two snitches came out and then opened the barrage of more people to come out and snitch. That's 2009. There's an actress who was, because you were talking about before, was it the what'd you say, the JCC, JYP, whatever. They had this actress under contract with them. Was her name Jang Ja-leon?
Committed Jolly Rancher.
Jang Jong-ju committed suicide and left a note snitching, say what she was pimped out by every executive she met in the company.
Like she had to suck him off or something?
Either that or, like quote unquote escort services, or they're like maybe you get a nice 80-year-old man that just wants your time. Hopefully. That's the dream, right?
Yeah. He needs a friend.
That is the dream, I would think, for most hoes.
And you just want, every wealthy elderly man just wants to spend time with a very pretty 15-year-old.
And then this is all in her suicide note, by the way. She revealed that apparently...
Well, bury the lead, why don't you?
I thought I said that. Yeah, she said apparently 2 out of 3 of all Korean girls in the entertainment industry are pressured into fucking an executive or politician because a lot of them have to have sponsorships. Because you don't, especially in idol school, you don't get paid. And then on top of that, you get fucked with your contract. So you're getting...
pay for idol school?
I think so.
I like that this is how you know that she's doing the honorable thing, though, by taking her own life. Because, obviously she's Asian, so she's got to commit seppuku. Over here in America, if we had that, there would just been an idol school shooting. And it would have been greatly choreographed.
I know he would have been in there for 6 months. He didn't get on a crew, and then he just shot everybody. Yes, is K-pop idol training free? It said it depends on the agency, and they do not have fees because they have enough money to invest in their trainees. But I'm assuming like certain people, like you can't have jobs though. So even if you don't have to pay for idol school, you have to pay for your own life, especially if you're not like if you're
not allowed to have a job, or you're just not enough time.
You're not allowed to have a job. There's a bunch of like rules, like you can't date.
I know you can't do drugs.
You can't smoke cigarettes.
Can't drink.
No, you can't kiss a girl or a guy. Especially,
you kiss your parents or something.
Yeah, you can't. There's this. I don't know.
Can you give your grandmother a hug at Christmas?
I can't remember this. Let me see if I can find the thing. But there's this one guy I saw.
We do stuff like that here. Like a lot of celebrities you'll find out had to hide the fact they were in a relationship because their management wanted them to look perpetually single to their fan base.
Yeah, but that's old. That's not really a today thing anymore. People get more popular when they're with like a couple now. People get more popular now because they like seeing that shit, especially with like shade room Instagrams, things like that. They like the relationships. That's more like fucking Usher, Chili type stuff. I don't know what group he was a part of or if he was a solo guy. Where'd it go? I just had it. This guy's name is Min Soo Bang. He was on live on like Twitch or something, and he smoked a cigarette, and he got kicked out of the group, and now he lives at home with his mom. Because it's partially the record companies.
Idol school dropout.
I do a mean hair flip. That's all on his resume. But yeah, it's not just the record companies and the training schools that have them do that. It's also like the fans. Like the fans want you to be like seen as clean cut and pristine, things like that. Like they don't want to see you with other bitches. They want to see you alone. They want to see you not smoking, not drinking, nothing. Like you sing to me and that's it. There also has been like multiple like quote unquote scandals of like one guy group member is with some other girl group member. They have to lie about it to the fans, and then they get caught on like their version of TMZ, which is imagine whatever letters that would be, and yeah, they get in trouble.
Well, it's squiggly lines. It's some sort of like tic-tac-toe looking thing.
Yeah, it's hashtag Squidward face.
Yeah, snake eating itself.
Mm-hmm, Cheeto line.
Yeah, hugs and kisses.
Hello Kitty.
So basically they want to groom them into kind of being like modern day socialites. But the thing about what you were bringing up with they were kind of being escorted to all these like executive people. So is it like you kind of have to chum up to them because you just need people to sponsor you so you can pay your other bills?
Yeah, partially that, and also like I think it's also for like new groups that aren't established. They need record companies don't want to like put all of the investment in them. Like obviously, if you can get outside investment, they're gonna take it too. So that's part of it. Yeah.
Did you find anybody who's just independently wealthy already, like their parents paid for it or something?
I don't know. It's I didn't look that deep into that, but it's possible that there's nepo babies in everywhere. What a sweet 16 that would be. Like you buy a girl group. But yeah, that was a.
And your parents get you the wrong one. It said Sweet 16, MTV Sweet 16, but it's like, I wanted Blackpink. My parents got me Girls' Generation. This is the worst party ever.
You know Girls' Generation songs?
I can only sing them. I don't know the titles.
I can only sing them like in my underwear, dancing alone in front of the mirror. That's how I get my groove.
I guess it'd be their version of like bubblegum pop over there.
Mm-hmm.
Are they allowed to have candy?
No, it gotta be 101 pounds. They gotta be tight. So I don't know.
Gain a pound off of one Starburst.
You know the commercial. You can't have just one. So, yeah, I don't know what idol school that one guy you were talking about. You said there was some fat guy in this group. I don't know what school he slithered out of.
Super Junior.
What group he slithered through? Maybe he's a nepo baby. He got through there.
And by
Nepo meaning Neapolitan ice cream.
to be fair, he's fat for one of them.
Yeah, that's fat for them. So
So
everything is relative.
So I believe, by the way, if you are a bigger gentleman or lady in America, do not look up your shirt size in an Asian country. It will vastly hurt your feelings. And apparently, I don't know about Korea specifically, but in Japan, I'm apparently an 8XL. So
What do you hear?
What?
What do you hear?
I float between 2 and 3.
Okay, for perspective.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the so I would say he's probably their version of like an XL or a double XL, which means over here in America he'd probably be an L or XL.
So yeah, he's obese.
Yeah.
He's Lizzo.
He's the reason why North Korea doesn't have any food.
Sorry, he's Rizzo. Sorry. Sorry. Didn't mean to be culturally insensitive.
Yeah, but that's just because you're comparing him to a black woman. Dude, Koreans are fucking racist.
Yeah.
And if you don't believe me, go to any Korean shop owner in America. You specifically, Malcolm. They do not want you in there.
You ever seen Menace to Society?
No.
Yeah, that's like a whole scene. They just, talked about their mama and stuff like that, and people got killed because of that. Things of that nature.
Wait, what's the part with Korean on black racism?
Sorry. They went to a Korean store, like you were bringing up.
Okay.
They went to a Korean store, a Korean convenience store.
Okay.
All right, let's get into third generation era. Third generation is considered to be 2012 to 2019. This is the era, at least what I believe in America, where it got really annoying for fandom's sake. Fandom started over in the West, coloring their hair more.
When is the ending? What did you say, 2012 to when?
19.
Okay. I was about to say, I thought you said, because we're still in one direction at that point. We ain't looking at a group of 10 of the same person yet.
Yeah, 12 to 19 we're talking about. There's a bigger boom because they're seeing so much success in the second generation, like global success in the second generation. Now there's even a bigger boom of more people wanting to come out and become K-pop stars. So now we got my fault, I lost it. Okay, third generation. We got EXO, we got GOT7, we got Monsta X, 17, NCT, Winner, Icon, 101, Red Velvet, Twice, Blackpink, Mamamoo, girlfriend, Oh My Girl, and of course BTS. comes in the third generation. So this is when it gets pretty gay over here in the West. Your friends are pretty big BTS people, correct?
So with the exception of one, I have one friend who she is just into K-pop and like Korean culture, and yeah, she's what they would call a weeboo.
No. Now that you mentioned that, that does remind me. That's a different, because that's for Japanese culture.
Oh, that's Japanese?
Yeah.
Okay.
But go ahead. I'll find the real thing.
So she's into the entire spectrum of Korean entertainment. But then the other friends are kind of exclusively into just BTS with like a marginal interest in some other groups.
Like who?
Twice, I think Blackpink, and then there's some others that I don't remember. I do remember one of my friends was into Super Junior way back in the day, back when like Gangnam Style was getting popular.
Is that his name? Gangnam Style.
His name's PSY. I don't know how to Psy then.
Psy guy.
Psych. It's not big.
Hey, that's my penis. Whoa, 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 whoa. Woke, I said I lied. Oh,
Hey,
touch my
age-appropriate lady.
touch my penis. Oh. Just kidding right now. I swear I didn't know how old you was. Hey. I done lost all my notes, man. I don't know where my shit is. Yeah, I can't find specifically because you said, what did you say, weeboos?
Yeah. So you're saying you found like the Korean equivalent of that?
Oh, yeah, it's caribous.
Caribous.
It's caribous, and yeah, that's
caribous. Deer in the headlights. They don't know what's coming.
Caribous are, but okay, that's why I didn't, because I put it more in the fourth generation for later. But yeah, this probably emerges more in the third. Caribous emerge, like, for those that don't know, the people that are obsessed with Korean culture in general, they kind of just do everything that they do over there. Some people are so obsessed, like they denounce like their Western culture entirely. Then they just kind of they Rachel Dolezal it and just I'm Korean. You said you said one girl is just into Korean culture, so she's a caribou basically. What you're saying? Does she
probably even, if she knows that term, I bet she would voluntarily self-identify as that
and describe this person.
She's black.
Does she wear Korean stuff?
No. She's not aesthetically into it. She's more of like But if you were to, let's put it this way, if you were to go to her place unannounced, odds are she's watching.
Oh, and I have.
I don't remember you there.
Oh, and I have.
I don't remember.
Different shifts, man. Different shifts. I got the night shift.
But yeah, if you were to just walk in on her, she's probably watching a K-drama. Or watching K-pop
so
music videos.
So I wouldn't even call that caribou. That's just like they like their things. Because adopting the culture is more than just liking their things. Like you have to kind of dress their way, you have to act their way, you have to eat their way, things like that. Which is not eating pussy, by the way, I heard. Asians do not eat pussy because that's gay.
They stole that from black culture.
More Jamaican, but yeah. They're kind of, from what I've heard from Asian women, like they've kind of just made the same jokes that we've made before. It was just like, nah, eating pussy's gay because there've been dicks in there. It's kind of what they're saying.
And God bless them for it.
Mm-hmm. Pussy's been all on that dick though. That's not gay.
So you shouldn't even make out with a girl because her dick's been.
Hopefully not. I would think they probably wouldn't even marry that girl if she's like had a penis in her mouth.
She's kicked out of idol school.
Mm-hmm. Unless it's the instructor or the president.
Unless you graduated with honors.
If it's the president or an executive, things like that.
When you graduate, it's like, you know how you get like the different tassels, like you get pulled if you were like a honor roll or whatever. Mm-hmm. It's like
it's just white.
Well, I was thinking it's like you're getting a 2 record contracts, and but you get a mixtape. Like you're graduating, but just barely. You
get a single. We'll see. We'll see what you got.
You get an EP.
I didn't. She didn't make me come. But, all right. She tried though. She tried. But yeah, I'm just trying to get to
EP. Pussy.
Those are the gay executives. LP, long pussy.
Luscious pussy.
luscious pussy, luscious pussy, lingering pussy. What else?
CD. Chinese.
Compact dick. They all get CDs. My man get him MP3 micro penis, 3 inches.
You get a 45. I lasted 45 seconds.
45 seconds. Is he a marathon runner?
You're only on streaming because I only like to phone sex. I only like seeing you on Zoom calls.
But yeah, you got friends that like have BTS tattoos, don't you?
Yeah, but I think he did that just so they would hang out
He'd
with
piss
him.
piss off his parents.
Yes.
They think I was so cool. I just want to dance and flip my hair and color it all the kinds of ways I want.
Oh, he did go through that phase. I mean, the tattoos you can't really get rid of without some serious effort, but he went through and I do kind of think if you color your hair, you kind of have to go all or nothing. I think it kind of is worse to do the strand of hair.
He had one strand.
He would do like today the strand of hair is green and next week it's going to be like aqua blue.
I have mood hair. You're pissing me off. That's why it's yellow. I have red hair because my STD is inflamed.
Red hair because I tested positive.
For gonorrhea.
Yeah, and because he's I'm gonna feel really bad if he ends up listening to this, but it's so deep.
Unless you tell him he won't.
Weirdly enough, of the friends I have, I could be wrong about this, but I don't think I am. They don't have tattoos. So the most least interested into the topic, he has tattoos. The other one does dye her hair rather colorfully, though.
Do you think that's because of the culture or no?
Possibly, I'm not. I think she just wants flamboyant hair, to be honest.
Yeah, because it is like a nice little intersection of like a time lapse for like the rise of K-pop over here and like the rise of a lot of girls coloring their hair and it doesn't make sense, but also getting fat.
Are Korean women getting fat now?
Well, that's what I say. It doesn't make sense because they're not, but they just happen to be getting fatter and getting a bunch of loose tattoos. But I digress. No, they're 101 pounds. Perfect angels. They know nothing about that.
They know nothing about high fructose corn syrup.
But yeah, I don't know a ton about BTS, but apparently BTS got famous, especially over here, because like they speak up about like movements and stuff. They speak out about stop Asian hate. They say, hey, stopping Asian hate. Keep Asian hate going. And they talk about like mental health and
let me show you the biggest K-drama to come to America is just nothing but Korean people killing other Korean people. I'm getting mixed signals is all I'm trying to say.
yeah, and just like self-love and youth problems, shit that girls like. So I get why they're.
But everything you just described to me happening behind the scenes is like antithetical to what you just said. Like they're starving themselves, they're working themselves to death. Like they have this very precise image to maintain. That's not self-love. That's not,
Do you think they're writing their own songs?
No, that's what I'm trying to say. It's nothing different than what's here in America. It's very like corporately produced. It's fake. The energy doesn't match what's actually being conveyed through the song. To be fair, though, I've yet to translate any of these songs. You said you listened to Dynamite, so
We've all listened to Dynamite.
I might have. I don't think I have.
Dynamite.
That's what he calls it, dick.
Because it explodes on impact as soon as I touch the pussy. Bang. Only get past the lips. Rise of survival shows. These are what we were talking about before, like your idol camp shows, where like you'll have like hundreds and hundreds of trainees come in, and then
Just like their American Idol.
To an extent, yeah. But they have them go through like tons of different challenges and tons of different.
Oh, this is their making the band.
Sure. I want y'all to go go down the street and give me a sugar cookie. And give me a poke bowl. You ever seen Making a Band?
No.
That was a very famous line that Diddy made them walk across the city to get him a sugar cookie.
I just have to walk to my pantry.
Yeah, one was called When, Who's Next? Because they're good with the on-the-nose titles.
Nguyen, who's next?
When, Who's Next?
It's very pun related.
Yeah, it was essentially like Squid Games for singers. They're just trying their best. And it was kind of like American Idol because it was fan elimination. That's what it was. The fans would like
Vote.
They'd get their Nextel, Motorola phones, and then they'd text in who they want.
But now are these individuals competing or are they groups?
I believe they're individuals and trying to make a group.
Okay.
Yeah, people were like so invested in this, in these idol shows. Like they don't call them idols for nothing. Like they put these people on such pedestals even before they're even like famous. Like these people aren't famous yet. They're just going through like the training camp. Who gives a fuck about anyone? America's Got Talent right now. Like, let's wait and see. But they cared so much about these people. Like, obviously we assume that like it's a produced show. Some things are going to be produced. There's going to be some rigging going on. We don't assume like it's a completely 100% fan run thing.
Secretly scripted.
Yes.
Events.
So apparently, I was gonna say allegedly, but it's been proven in a court of law. Apparently, some executives were rigging votes in the back for fan votes, and it got so intense that
How does that leak? Who's not keeping that secret?
no, it wasn't a leak. Like people, like the cyber sleuths were out there, and they like figured it out somehow, and then the FBI got involved.
Our FBI?
Their FBI.
Okay.
Their FBI.
Like, what the fuck is our FBI doing? They're just pretending to kidnap the governor and then go into South Korea to investigate a rigged game show.
You've seen Homeland. It gets intense, man. But yeah, 2 producers got 1 and 2 years in jail for rigging the votes to this.
Well, it almost sounds like you need a license to like sing and dance there. So it's like you could get like
You need to register those feet, sir.
you need to like organ. It's like the Marines are like my hands are
registered weapons. Yeah.
It's like my voice is registered as a monetary device. But it's like because you have to go through idol school because otherwise it's going to be hard. Like, can you just organically build a following and just start being a performer?
I would assume now you can.
Or is that against the law? Like, is it against the Constitution?
I don't know, but granted, we're talking like different timelines here.
True. Yeah, I mean that's fair because like the first few generations they didn't have YouTube, so it would have been harder to do something like that. But now it's like, what do you need idol school for? Because you could just kind of self-produce.
Well, you do want to be part of the machine. As much as people like being like independent and stuff like that. Like, I don't think anyone would rather not, if they're successful in it, would rather not have a record company behind them and then pushing money in, because the alternative is you have to push the money in. And you can only get so big if someone else is pumping in the money that already has like millions and billions of dollars. So it is a help. But yeah, we already talked about no fat bitches, 101 pounds, tight, nothing else. No dating, chores.
Can we get some breast size requirements up in here?
A negatives. Tops on.
If you got auntie titties, you can't be in the group.
No mom titties, no auntie titties.